All right, the October 20th Middlebury Town Council meeting will be called to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trenton Kaufman,
Here.
Mike Holloway,
Here.
Gary Craig,
Here.
Carl Miller, and Kevin Miller.
Here.
Static.
We're going to blame it on all of you.
Yeah. We have the minutes for the October 6th and October 15th.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes for the October 6, 2025, and the October 15, 2025 meetings as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that we move item B under new business, public hearing, Riverbend Development, to the next item on the agenda.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, the request for rezoning has been withdrawn. I do understand.
If you move your mic down a little bit, you can see what
Can you
that
hear me? Is this working at all?
I have it all the way up.
Can you hear this? You're going to have to get right up on it, Carl.
Oh, hello. Are we testing? There
we
Is
go.
that better? Okay. All right, I do understand there's a resolution.
Good evening, Town Council. My name is Jason Alville. I'm the zoning administrator for Elkhart County. And as you're aware, Elkhart County also serves the planning functions for all four towns in Elkhart County, including Middlebury. And yes, so this petition by Riverbend Development Group, LLC, they have requested to withdraw this petition. There are some details that need to be worked out. And this is kind of a unique project because it falls both in the county's main jurisdiction as well as the town. And so earlier at the county commissioners meeting, it was also withdrawn from the county commissioners' agenda. So I have a resolution to withdraw this. I anticipate that this will be resubmitted. And when it does, it has to go back to our plan commission, as well as it has to go back to the county commissioners, as well as town council. So I would entertain a motion to accept this resolution for withdrawal. Unless you have
I'll
any
make a
other
motion
questions.
that we accept this resolution for withdrawal.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank-
So, a point of order, if you want to get on with your meeting, I can leave this, and I just need 2 copies, you keep one.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Now, don't hurt our feelings by everybody running out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of exciting stuff to come.
If you want to hang out, you can.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, you too. Yes.
We will. We haven't
Yeah.
opened them yet. But
That'll
we
be
will.
next.
Yes.
We do ask that if you wish to continue your conversations, that you go ahead and move outside so we can continue our meeting.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hello.
Those of you in the rear of the room, if you're going to continue conversations, please do them outside so we can conduct the meeting. Thank you.
It's you, Chuck.
Just you, Chuck.
It's always you, Chuck.
All right, continuing forward, we'll open the floor for,
Trying to fix the mic real quick.
Oh. we're waiting for some
Please
technical
hold.
issues.
Sorry. Yes, I
Yes.
do need everybody on the mic.
Just because of the live stream.
We have to take up election for more chairs.
Test, test.
Pass the basket around before they all run.
Wait,
That's right, that's right. Get back there. Everybody drop in the book.
Of course, then they're going to want their names on each chair.
Yeah.
We'll do it. For $110 a chair.
Whoa. How about 2 of them?
Two of them. I like it.
Still a little bit, not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's off, it doesn't make a difference.
I'm not sure what it is.
Now we'll open the floor for public comments.
I'm sure most of you are and by now.
Can you
Lynn
please?
for Park Drive. I've been a spokesperson and appointed by our HO speaker. And I'm sure that they would very much me standing up here each of you for taking seriously consider our concerns as a small community, but Middlebury as a whole. And so we do appreciate this very much that you've taken to look at this further.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know why it's coming in and out.
Pam,
Hold on, Mr. President, a point of order. So now that we are live streaming, we need to follow the rules that we posted for public comment. And if you don't have an address in Middlebury, that's fine. You just need to state whether or not your address is within corporate limits or not, town corporate limits or not. Rule number 4.
Okay,
Carl's messing with it.
that's fine.
No.
Not in the court.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, please continue.
So I wanted to address the meter reader from CORE, and I was at the meeting 6 months ago or whenever that was that brought up as a discussion. And one of the things that hit me,
It keeps cutting in and out.
I'll continue. One of the things that is when they talk if they have to cut off, somebody's not paying their bill thing. But what concerned me was when the man said that, but if you just take it to a trickle, that's when it really hurts the people. They really feel the pain of it. And I'm not saying this verbatim. I don't know on that, but the only concern I would have if I lived in the town is that somebody had the power in my water. We have examples in St. Joe County where they're losing water because of data centers and other things. If you are approving this, hopefully you'll have the consideration that it won't be a situation like that people ahead of time and won't be just cut off or put down to or you'll and I don't other people. It'd be if something like that would be put into this contract that you're going to have with that they would do that. Thank you.
Just a quick response, Pam. That is only if we change the meters also, and we're not planning on changing any meters. We just changed the meters. That would only work if we used their meters. It
Weren't
will-
the
it
meters
will not-
already?
But not to the,
not to theirs.
Not to
So
theirs.
that they cannot, that cannot be shut off by that.
they can't shut off or trickle anything.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah, the town would have full control of turning water on and off. They would not,
They never would have that power.
no.
The town would always dictate whether that water would be shut off or turned on.
Any further comments? All righty. Expense vouchers.
I'll make a motion that we approve for expenditures, the expense vouchers as presented.
I'll second.
Have a
I do
motion?
have,
Yeah. Oh,
I do have an addition. AJ received the invoice to allow him to go to CDL school, but that starts Monday, and he has to take the check with him. It has to be paid before he can attend. Are we okay if we cut this check as well? It is not part, it'll be on the next docket. I just want to make sure I have permission to go ahead and cut this check ahead of time.
How much was that for, Shaylee?
It is for $6,005.
And that's for the CDL training.
Yes,
Okay.
which we did get the grant accepted, so we will be reimbursed 5,000 of that since we
Oh,
did
okay.
get the $10,000 grant, 5 for each, the 2 employees.
That's
But-
better.
We,
So can I amend my motion, Jackson? To include that? I'll amend my motion to include that expense also.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, unfinished business. I guess we're gonna open the bids for the County Road 20 utility extension. All right. Hopefully we have a summary page. First one is from Seld Construction. Looks like the total bid is $365,254. Hang on, I can't read and write at the same time. I missed that class. Thank you. And the next one will be from Reith Riley. Looks like the total bid is $386,363.88. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if we have a weak battery out there or what the deal is. The next one, thank you, is from Ebenmarsh.
Mhm.
That's what it says.
Millstone Contractors.
Where?
milestone.
Milestone.
Excuse me, Milestone.
See what it says on there?
Yeah, from Milestone.
They're using probably Avon
Okay.
Marshall's
Oh, yeah.
engineering
To
Must
help,
be-
for the quote.
for the engineering.
Sorry, my mistake. Milestone.
It does say Avon Marsh on the front page,
It
though.
does.
Yeah.
It does.
It is $365,600. And the next one is from Niblock. Thank you. It is $305,985. Can't wait to see who it is.
Thank you.
Thanks. This is from HRP Construction. And that page is off limits. $384,195. And I think that's all I have. This is not one, is it? This is also. Okay. All right. All right, I'll be moving on to Resolution 2025-09, adopt fiscal plan for MSSE annexation.
So this was for the Mid-State Specialty Eggs annexation. We've held our public hearing on and introduced the proposed annexation ordinance. And then as part of that annexation process, we needed to do an assessment and review of the fiscal impact of adding them to the town of Middlebury. The proposed resolution essentially concludes that no added staffing is needed anywhere to accommodate them being added on, whether that be staffing or costs to police and other public utilities. We have the capacity, so no anticipated additional cost is projected for their added to the water and sewer. So that would be the fiscal resolution. Do you have any? We would need to pass that before we pass the actual annexation ordinance. Any questions on the fiscal resolution at this time?
I'll make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2025-09 for the fiscal plan for the MSSE annexation.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, let's move on to the ordinance number 718, the annexation ordinance for Mid-State Specialty Eggs.
All right, and this is the ordinance that we had introduced at the last public meeting, and basically taking that next step in the annexation of that real estate. It won't be effective immediately upon passage of the ordinance. There's a 30-day remonstrance period for people to file. After that 30-day period, we'll record and publish and file the ordinance with the relevant offices and authorities in Indiana. But yeah, other than that, the actual ordinance itself is relatively simple. If you have any questions, let me know.
I'll make a motion that we accept and adopt ordinance number 718, annexation ordinance for MSSE.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Ordinance number 719 for the 2026 budget ordinance.
This is the budget approval ordinance. I do want to make it known that the Elkhart County still has not released their net assessed values. So I took 80% of last year's net assessed values to get our number. So our percentages are more than likely inflated. It doesn't hurt anything. It'll get corrected once the DLGF actually accepts the budget. But I didn't have any other way to move forward except to take a guess.
Right.
So more than likely, sorry.
You didn't change our deadline?
No, they did not change our deadline. But like that, more than likely, the tax rates will actually be lower than what we are approving them at due to that net assessed value not yet having been worked into that. It was due, I believe, August 1st, but the county has not gotten that completed. I know that it has at least been submitted, I believe, the last update that I saw, but that's where it stands. So I do just want to add that little asterisk there that more than likely those tax rates will decline once the net assessed value is released and put in. But again, we can approve the ordinance tonight. It doesn't affect anything that way.
Mhm.
It's just making you aware.
Well, thank you.
Very good.
I was hoping it was
Thanks for
going to
your
be
work on
released
this.
between then and now,
Yeah.
so I could actually get it in, but
Thanks for all your work on that.
Yes, thank
thank
you.
you.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 719, the 2026 budget ordinance as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, resolution 2510, special purchase of tower ground base meter reader.
You want to try turning it off and back on? It keeps muting is what keeps happening, and I don't
Yeah,
know why.
It literally has a 2-second
It's
cycle.
just flashing, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure it's going to change anything, so.
Showing as red. It's not green.
And I can't control it with this either. It doesn't turn on or off.
Paid a whole lot of money for this stinking thing.
Maybe if we unplug the building and plug it back in.
Turned that off and turned that back on, so I don't know if that's going to change anything or not.
Do your best.
Yeah.
Fine. My math counts. So
This resolution is of equipment with the contract with Core meter reading, because coming basically from one source. So
Yeah, the special purchase resolution is generally under, Indiana law, you have your public purchasing requirements for equipment and public works projects. The special purchase, there are exceptions to that general rule, which are usually related to things like software and licensed items, which is one of the areas this would fall under, and unique compatibility between different equipment and softwares. So those are the exceptions that we believe that this would fall under, so that's why we're passing the resolution. There's a little process. You pass the resolution, you have to maintain your records as to those special exceptions, and then once we pass this, we can then move on to the agreement for the equipment and software.
Correct me if I'm wrong, so the total amount is $238,291.87?
over the course of 5 years.
5
5
years.
years.
Yeah.
And I think that George is here in case, in case you have any questions on it.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-10, special purchase of tower ground-based meter reader.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, now the contract for the tower ground based meter reader from Core and Main.
And I did include an addendum for some of those standard state law provisions, and addressing a couple other items. So if you pass this contract, please also make it contingent upon the addendum as well. Being passed. A brief item. Correct.
Sure. I'll make a motion that we accept the contract for the tower ground base meter reader from Core and Main and the addendum.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, resolution 2511, adopt downtown parking study prepared by NACOG.
Come on.
Sorry about the microphone.
Donnie Ritzma with Council of Governments here, and member for the Middle Gray Township. If you all remember September 15th meeting, the summary of report, we had a public comment period included last October 8th. During that window, public comment period, received 3 comments. The comments that we did receive changes to the study or the finding, the matter of just mentioning confirmed in our data analysis is an issue. Riverbend was on the agenda. Traffic that it induced monitoring downtown. We did receive comments that we received. All back saying thank you. Asking for questions. If Joe might have sent you that report, you know, each version of the report. If you have questions, if there are no questions, for the council's approval 25-11.
I'll make a motion for resolution 2025-17 to adopt the downtown parking study prepared by the Michiana Area Council of Governments.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you for your work.
All right, on to new business. Request to close Wayne Street for resolution run 5K.
I don't think that, Paul, this is, road closure run, typical of what they, the road closures. Last year, I think they had, so
When is it?
January 1.
That's the one I thought. That's when it's cold now.
Marshall, we got your approval on the route, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd make a motion to approve the request to close Wayne Street for the resolution run 5K, as long as I don't have to run it.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, NDOT uniform land, payment acquisition offer.
So NDOT sent information for a acquisition of the, where the water tower is. It would contain acres of fee simple 003 acre for grading. Offer is 1,000 with 1,300 of it. $50 for $50 for the temporary right for construction for your consideration.
Sorry, it's taking a second to scroll through the,
Yeah.
There's a lot of
we already heard.
Bump it up to about 10 grand.
Part of their project, a lot of all of the construction of the town's utility. So that will strengthen the millions. So, yeah.
And again, this is just that little tiny piece right by the road, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
It's just this.
will make a motion that we approve the NDOT Uniform Land and Easement Acquisition offer in the amount of $1,450.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Request for payment for JPR Cert invoice number 51899 for water system improvements and services during September.
The amount of $31,000 for the construction in September. This needs to have, and we can submit the invoice or in the disbursement of finance authority for.
Again, I'll make a motion to approve the request for payment to JPR for invoice 51899 for the water system improvements services during September.
Forgive me, in the amount of,
$31,270.
thank you.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Request for payment, Phoenix Fabricators, pay application number 5 for water system improvements.
So pay application is in the amount of $90 for water tower. The invoice is for September 16th through, and again, this by council will submit its payment, the funds.
I'll make a motion that we approve and accept the request for payment to Phoenix Fabricators, pay app number, water tower number, or excuse me, pay app number 5 for water system improvements in the amount of $94,050.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Request for payment, FCI Construction, pay app number 4 for water treatment plant improvements.
Number 4 from FCI, $51,274 improvements. Work done from July 30th. Also, it is a partial waiver of consideration for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for payment FCI Construction, pay app number 4 for water treatment plant improvements in the amount of $451,201.74.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, change order number 4 with FCI Construction for water treatment plant improvements.
Or is in the amount of $14. This change order to 6-inch with concrete foundation, for additional protection around the detention, additional labor for the in lieu of the days upgrade, and that's with and upgraded amps for the actuators. So anticipated to, so they're moving along. And for your consideration, change order number 4.
Is this something they just didn't consider when they were doing it originally, or just?
They might have, they modified the way the fence,
Mhm.
the facility fence. You know, you need to protect.
Yeah.
Additional electrical, Steve might be able to more, and the upgraded for the actuators. I'm not sure. Steve might. Upgraded actuators.
Other than it's gonna be, it's controlled, that we can change from tank to tank, detention tank to detention tank, and all the other issues, if we're out there in the middle of the winter, we have difficult terms about, and we would make it so that we could do this anytime, any part of the year. So, that's the,
I notice it says there, FCI Construction is not anticipating any impact on the project schedule, so that's good.
So the boilers must not be much, because the majority of this is the two electrical components.
Yeah. Electrical work is
Yeah.
always seems.
Then I will make a motion that we accept change order number 4 with FCI Construction for water treatment plant improvements in the amount of $14,007.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, financial commitment for 2026 CCMG application. Any crossings?
So I did not prepare the commitment, but what we'll need is direction on which street we want to do based on the pack, the Somerset Drive, Twin Oaks, Hill. Want to do just certain ones. And then what we'll is Carl to then sign the put together.
Can I just clarify, because I did drive out there to Cherry and Scott and took a look at that. Are you talking there's a drainage issue on the north side of Cherry, but inside the sidewalk? So between the street and the sidewalk? Is there any way we could take care of that with like drainage? Sorry, is there any way we could take care of that with some like tiling and drainage? I guess, forgive me, it just seems like 150. I know we're only paying, what did we say, 20 or 25%?
29,000.
It just, I'm sorry, it just seems like a lot of money for one house. That's where I'm still struggling with it. I mean, yeah, if it was my house, I know I would want it, but I'm not sure that
Well, and we don't need to approve all of these in this application, correct?
Correct. You can.
I guess, is there any way we could tile that?
It's like, where do you take it? Where do you take this?
Where does the water go? So doing the street helps the stormwater how? Because if I understood it, you're either crowning it or sloping it to where the stormwater goes then.
We would be sloped.
Okay.
But there's already, I noticed after the big rain we had the weekend, on the south side of Cherry Street, there was a huge a puddle or pile of water there. So draining it to the south side, wouldn't that just make it worse?
I think that it's like but just a normal swale. We have sandy soil. It's got a lot of, typically our soil allows it to drain.
Just seems like an underutilized street. I'm sorry, I'm just having a hard time.
It is a
with
town
those-
street. and
What's that?
It is a town street. We own it. We should take care of it.
But then we said the same thing about the one on the S-curve that's gravel. I mean, we never addressed that one.
I'm not sure what you're talking about with that.
Mr.
but-
King's property, right at the bottom of the S-curve. We chose not to grade or asphalt that. So again,
What
and
he's talking about and what we would, so where, if you would go
Okay.
the west, alleyway,
Up the hill to that residence.
just, there's another residence that's right, we don't have right-of-way. I would love to be able to have street and connect, so it could, it's a narrow road. It would make plowing much easier. Trash pickup, drivers, they don't even know go up there because it's just a driveway. We need property owner possibly to be able to, purchase land, road. Right now, it's just a small strip that goes to the back of the King. Then it's,
So we don't have an easement on the west side of that, up there?
no, you'll, Lawrence Street down to Beard thing,
But it's still a dedicated street, right?
dedicated street. Just to the, but how do you get people that graciously go that way? But it's really not for on.
I guess it just seems like, for me, it just seems like a lot of money for a small area of drainage that, and again, please forgive me, I'm not an engineer, but it just seems like there could be an alternate solution, because we're spending that amount of money for a small area of drainage.
Would that just be cut down then?
What do you do,
Just about
because
right?
the street is here and the sidewalk is here, so are you gonna raise the
That
sidewalk?
we'll have to like because the door is, raise it too much, or either. So there's some modifications with put property owner there at that location. We can, let them know that we're working, maybe do it here.
Yeah, I would, all the rest of them look like, plans worth doing, but that, I agree with Gary that if we can't find a better way to do it, then maybe we do it in the upcoming budget year.
And in lieu of the whole tax issue and the lit stuff and everything, I guess I'm very cautious to spend money on something of this small nature.
So what are we looking for here?
I would rather see it cut down just 'cause I don't like the hill driving up there.
What I need is a listing of the streets that you choose to also Carl permission to sign a letter that goes, which is due October 3rd.
I guess I'd like to hear other council members' take on it, or if you can sway me or convince me that it's worth spending the $28,000 for a drainage.
waiting on it.
I agree. I think the other streets need to be addressed. I would rather, if we're, even next year in the budget, or if we're looking at it, is work on the other road we were just talking about with plows and where it tends to be more of an issue for us than this does.
And that
Maybe there's another solution, but that one seems more important to me with trash and snowplows.
Well, and there's a safety factor coming down that hill.
Right.
If there's ice on that gravel, you could slide right into the bottom of the S curve.
The other thing too is agenda, but Schrock Homes, develop street property, their water and sewer connect, so we'll be having cut water and sewer service. I would like to be able to whole area, and that would be an item to redevelopment commission using the
Sure. So So my recommendation, at least to the council, would be to do all of them except for that Cherry Street from State to Scott. But to do the remaining ones, or submit the remaining ones.
And revisit it next year? Cherry Street next year?
We can revisit. I mean, we evaluate the asset management plan, rating, are certified to be able to go do. They rate our, we use that to like determine which street.
And what was the Paisley rating on Cherry? Forgive me.
I want to say a 3.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
So the lower the worse the street.
Where's this? And forgive me, what was
What were
Brown Street? You probably don't have that. Oh, but Brown Street was a 2 also. Okay.
Yep. And that's another one that needs to.
I'm pulling
So-
for Brown. No.
So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot area, but what we're trying to, fiscally, regards to paving, also have, look at water service connect, all of that too. So, need to marry those projects up, but, it doesn't quite work. It does not have any live water main under. So it's pretty, once we're ready. Fine.
And Grand Street's gonna be really important for the look of it and all of that after that construction's done.
Right, and so looking at doing that in, so working on it in 26, those water services and services, do that in 27. Work is done. But
So, any other comments on the council about which of these streets, if all, or any we would leave out? I mean, is there any other thoughts about?
I think we're all in agreement that with the exception of Cherry Street, we move ahead.
That's fine.
So we also need then, we need a motion to, how do we need to word this motion?
Give Carl
To
permission
give Carl permission and if we want to do
to submit the application.
that, right, it's that
Motion to-
summary minus the Cherry Street?
Does it just need to be a financial commitment to move forward with those streets, or?
Or not
Yes.
yet?
Mayor? Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, we need a financial commitment letter completed now with those streets, which Mary can do, but we need Carl as the signatory.
Got it. Okay, well, then I will make a motion that we grant that with Carl as a signator for all of the streets listed in the engineer's estimates, with the exception of Cherry Street from State to Scott.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Agreement with Avonmarsh for GIS strategic planning.
So the GIS system, we're just doing a really actually do. But part of it is plan to like already have. And then it's like with workflow, creating lists, and so that way we need to update the asset plan that's supposed it still needs to be done. Evan Marsh and Jeffrey Weaver, he has worked with cities as New York City, to small Goshen to help their and to also help all of together and get the nation going. He is more than willing to talk about all of get it in front of you. And he, like I said, talk more about it. It's system is so powerful. There's a lot more than what we're doing. Utilizing it to be. But in order to do that, he what we have and figure out the stuff. Am I explaining? At a meeting. Robert's, Steve's been in the meeting.
The current Elkhart County GIS system, Beacon?
No, this is our,
Oh, this is our own
this is our
system.
Esri.
Okay. And it looks like, is it in the amount of around $5,100, just shy of $5,200?
5160, is that, I mean, is
Yeah.
that the actual number? Is it a not to exceed number, or is that an estimate, or? Because it says proposed fees.
Well, in the
Senior
agreement,
staff engineer at 40.
Which page you want?
I know.
We've had so many pages, it's hard to keep up.
in the professional services agreement, it says not to exceed 12,000.
12,000,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
12,000. It's on page behind the memorandum.
We've already committed to, doubling the amount of people that are working on our GIS, so I think we don't have a choice but to move forward with it and give them every tool they can have.
That cost would more than likely also be split between water, sewer, and general.
Okay, so it's not coming out of one.
And it would, so if or exceed 12,000. So it, 6,000
Yeah.
with the time and material.
Is it mostly just a training thing, or is it
No, it's
upgrading some of our?
It's
systems, or-
have currently, like right now, system, but we don't have a good system. Orders, different things on, and so you can put it into, and they'll help.
But it'll create a work order, and you can track that through, see where things are at.
And tell you
It's
what,
updated, right.
enter that into the plan that,
And the not to exceed is for them to understand where we are, take into account what we want to do with it, and present a plan.
the plan, and then, typically fruit, and work, but then but not, meeting, it was I think my head was spinning. Our heads were spinning.
And they just have much more greater experience with the GI, because it sounds like you guys all have the what you want. It just sounds like you need to let the, yeah, and it seems like we're paying a middleman to do what you guys already know what to do, so.
Well, that's just it, they don't.
We don't have to
Oh,
put the
okay.
plan
Yeah,
together.
that's what it is.
Okay.
Actually,
No.
just getting into the depth of what it's capable of doing and understanding.
Well, I think the
Work-
bigger, as I understand, the bigger plan is that they're gonna
Design.
create a plan that says, here's where you have, here's where you wanna go, and here's how you get there.
Yeah, it's like looking at the front page of this, and this is what we have. Oh, wait, there's all
No,
this stuff
this is
back
what-
here that
okay.
we didn't know.
But we need somebody to plan.
But we
that.
don't
They
know how to
have
get to the back
experience.
page.
Right.
It's
Right.
kind of how,
They've had the training,
Okay.
the, like you, and, mapping. So it's just, experience.
We're not utilizing everything that the system. can
So
do.
I'm gonna make a motion that we enter into an agreement with Avon Marsh for the GIS strategic planning, not to exceed $12,000.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, agreement with JPR for structural issues at Town Hall.
It's been quite a,
It's a
quite
good
a,
fall in.
Didn't they fix the microphone?
I wish.
We need to get our money back or have them fix it.
This is,
They'll be here tomorrow.
yeah, this is driving me crazy.
Call me.
And
if
they
you
fixed it the last time, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tinker with it, they didn't
I-
fix it.
yeah, We didn't have issues for a good while, so.
You're right, we didn't.
So this is a, with JPR Engineering and is trying to figure out how, again, look at this back. And then also here recently, anytime it goes back, send in vibrations through multiple times a day. It's time a day. So, in the amount of $5,000, I'm not sure how many in, but when we have a flood, water rises or underneath the, usually we, police department, it has never since I've been here, or did when you,
Gone under the wall.
yes.
It, forced its way through, made hole, but it
Um,
does come up through the middle of the building. Yeah, right where you wouldn't expect it. I mean, it's 30 feet from either of the walls, so it's water puddling.
Do that, and then you, sides, it underneath to the foundation, and the foundation plan, and that, they're not, county building department does. So, take educated decision, what needs to be done. More stable. I think the first step, in order to be able to get it, it's gonna cost.
I'll make a motion that we approve and enter an agreement with JPR for structural issues at the town hall not to exceed $5,160. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Proposal for online RMS system and mobile data sharing from Caliber. Marshall?
I've talked with Jack a little bit about working on it, but it's gone through. I'm getting emails from Senator Egbert Dykstra and Caliber. So the numbers, the 33,000, the training and all that, and then we're 163,000. But they started with that. Pretty much on board, from what I understand. You know more.
I know that the county has finalized their contract with them, and I don't know what the status is with all the other municipalities. I know, Bristol and Wakarusa and Millersburg, I think they were all on that same email from Dykstra, sorry. So I reviewed it. I prepared addendum just for the standard state terms, more or less. As far as the actual, my understanding is this, at least the training side of things, is one reason everyone's sort of doing it together is to save, so they can do trainings for everybody all at once. And that's in December, starting in December, early December. So, yeah, I think we're okay to move forward with the contract as presented with the addendum.
Whoever's installed December to the 4th. Admin training starts January 3rd. So I'm gonna assume 33,000 will be the year. 7 will start. Will there be agreement on all of this? With Caliber?
Is it not on that?
I don't know.
It's on
Did I-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. sorry.
Itemized bill.
And in a nutshell, this just gives everybody the ability to communicate on the same system.
Yeah. There's federal and state crimes and statistics.
It's a must for officer safety when they're out there, they talk with each other in other departments.
Right,
I agree. I'll make a motion that we move forward with this proposal. We accept it for the Caliber online system, mobile data sharing, and the agreed, and the addendum.
Thank you. I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Paperwork. I've got it with me if you need.
Yeah, I think it might be in the big folder here, but if you want,
I send it to Gary.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Got a copy for you. Thank you, sir. Request to hire Reserve Officer John Meadows.
Wait,
come back.
Like, why are you
Oh,
walking
no,
away?
you don't get to sit down there.
Would be to hire Officer to take the Officer Garrison. And this would, Mary's working with Bobby to work out a time frame. But the scheduling kind of improved, so when it's,
Option 2 or whatever.
you would start off with the 2 weeks vacation here.
And
Yeah.
he's been here, ILEO trained.
He's got everything. He's up.
Yeah, he's
So
ready to
I'm
go.
gonna make a motion that we approve the request to hire Reserve Officer John Meadows to full-time officer.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions?
Are you approving his 2-week vacation as well with that?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to double check.
Yep.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Now you can sit down.
Resolution 2025-12, request to purchase Bobcat for Parks Department in 2026.
This was a request for Tom for his Bobcat Toolcat that he has been requesting, I believe, starting last year. Didn't get it done this year. Yeah. But because of the amount of the equipment, it will have to be a special purchase, kind of like the one we did earlier tonight with the ground-based tower. We not purchased it this year. We don't have the funds for it. But he's also then, if this gets approved, we would encumber whatever funds are left in that equipment line for next year. And
carry
we
over.
have the funds next year already in budget for the purchase of it as well. So he's not going to bleed dry either next year by purchasing this large purchase. But I wanted to at least get it approved before bothering to encumber. I believe the quote will hold for next year. I know it only has a 30-day on there. But we're pretty confident that it's going to hold right around that amount.
I was president of the Parks Board meeting when we discussed this, and the machine is a 10, 15-year machine. I mean, we're not just sitting there using it, it'll be around a long time. If you look at the previous life, it's been around a long time. And so, what's the reasoning and plan and for the service was presented, it made perfect sense to me, so, for what that's worth to the council.
I don't get
Do it
it.
again, yeah.
Thanks for coming up here.
One move.
Somebody moved.
Way to go.
So, knowing that, and I know there's opportunity for questions, I'm gonna make a motion for resolution 2025-12 for the special purpose request from Bobcat for the department, get in 2026.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions?
Just one comment on the special purpose. This one is a different rationale, just for your information. They have a special governmental rebate program, so one of those special exceptions is where there's special pricing for government. Yeah, they can see that. So, looking for special, those exist. Not everyone does them, but that's one reason why you can do it.
Yeah,
special
$3,700.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, guys. Oops, sir. Thanks, Tom. 710L.
Grand Street.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that has been taken. Ordinance 710L, amendment to 2025 salary ordinance.
It's for several have passed different the different classes operate. So that's a huge for these guys studying a long time, and just a huge accomplishment. He's certified in the wastewater department to run the water. We have one taking the test. So-
Yeah, Derek passed his water operator. Steve and Cole passed their water treatment at 3.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Jody and AJ did their
Passed their class two.
Class 2.
And then we have, was really close to pass. It's going to go contest his down to Indianapolis with that. So we could easily wastewater guy. Great. That have that. Really proud of the guys.
I don't see Cole here tonight.
He's on vacation
This
this week.
week.
Okay, please pass along how proud we are of each of them. Number one, taking it and passing it and sticking with it, because again, those are not easy to pass. So we're very, very proud of them.
There is still a blank space for Cole's position, because we've not had, our handbook is $1 raise for certifications, but because he's salaried, Jackson nor myself knew how we wanted to move forward with that. So that is currently blank on this ordinance, but it is fillable. But not sure how that needs to be handled.
My thought is that needs to be a separate discussion, since it's a salaried employee. When we take that out of this amendment and do it as a separate one would be my, that would be my suggestion. That would be something, because the rest of them are currently hourly, we have. but since we now have a salaried employee, this, we need to look at that separately, I think,
Are you wanting to hold an executive session at some point to discuss that?
if that's what makes sense.
Okay. I'll get with you guys then on getting that scheduled.
Maybe, I'm not sure if that's one of the exceptions.
I think salary you can.
I know that,
for-
I know health plans and employee performance and firing, I'm just not sure. I assume compensation.
We'll look to
If not,
double
we'll
check.
let
If not, we'll
I'll
do a
double
work
check.
session.
Yeah, so, but I would hold that out of this one. You agree with that?
All right, you need a motion for that?
I'll make a motion that we adopt ordinance 710-L amendment to the 2025 salary ordinance with the removal of the superintendent of wastewater.
Oh, second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Page
Uh,
2.
We're almost there, guys. Marathon today.
Public hearing. I'm going to open the floor for a public hearing. Ordinance number 720-2025, third quarter additional appropriation ordinance.
I'll make a motion, we open the public hearing for ordinance number 720-2025, third quarter additional appropriation ordinance.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing on ordinance number 720-2025, third quarter additional appropriation ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Contract for the Cumberland County Utilities.
Approval of
Well,
the
whoops.
ordinance. No, sorry.
What's that?
Approval of
Oh,
the.
I'm sorry. We have to do the,
I'll make a motion
There
that
we
we
go.
approve the ordinance number 720-2025, third quarter additional appropriations.
Second.
now I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry. I'm at 24 items on this one. Now the contract for 20 utility extensions.
Evan prepared the, and all of what was into the meeting minutes. We are ready to make them, or recommend Niblock Excavating, 5,900.
That was the lowest.
I'll make a motion that we accept the contract with Niblock Excavating for the County Road 20 utility extension in the amount of $305,985.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Department reports. Steve, do you have anything to add? Well, thank you, sir. Robert? Tired?
He just doesn't want to make the walk.
Yeah.
Nobody from wastewater today? Because Cole, you say he's on vacation? I hope he's enjoying it somewhere warm.
No, he's around.
Oh, okay.
He's closing up his extra houses. It sounded like
I
for
see.
the winter.
Tom, you have anything to add for parks? All right. Marcia?
Do you know where the Christmas tree lighting will be? Thank you.
Off the top of his head.
Will you be leaving Carolyn?
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Activities start at 6, lighting at 7.
Will you bring the hot chocolate? Oh, okay. Well, make sure there's hot chocolate.
All right.
So just to touch on first missing portion is so I'm going to touch on the drone. So Officer Miller is actually become a drone operator. A lot of good information in there, grants and that type of stuff. Some prices on drones. The only issue we had was, it was great, night in the dark. And you got all these people.
Everybody.
Right over there.
Everybody.
Now, he did have a sign down on the person and talk to who was ever. But, I mean, LaGrange has several. And for missing people, fleeing, they're amazing help. And I'm not sure what the cost is. Looking at grants and that type of stuff. I think down the road in the future, that's another update the department.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I won't say the business, but we had someone walk off on Saturday here in Middlebury, correct?
A business?
Well, an individual with dementia.
Oh, I didn't.
Police were on site, so I just inquired, and so I was
Okay.
curious. And they said somebody had walked off that.
Well, the first one, the one we had the other week, a few weeks for some of the new guys. I went right away as soon as I contacted, I got headed in to help. Where you call the fire department for help. And that just comes with.
I guess I didn't realize that it was an issue or that it was.
We get your missing children, that type of thing. My experience with missing children is they're in the house.
Yeah.
They're somewhere in the house.
Hiding.
I've gone in and put them out underneath beds and in laundry everywhere. But parents get in
Panic mode.
Yeah, panic mode, yeah.
and
Understand it.
I tell the guys, you gotta slow them down by hand, not the
Right.
parents.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the drone will help.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Announcements, the redevelopment commission meeting will be on October 23rd at 7 a.m. here at the town hall. Trick or treating will be October 31st from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. The next town council meeting will be November 3rd at 6 p.m. here at the town hall, and we are adjourned.